Well, I think we want to talk about shafts. I think a starting point is there's so many options out there, and we get people that come in and say, where do we start, right? So there's a lot of different profiles, and I don't know what you guys are seeing, but when it comes to shaft and dialing things in, it's like usually you want to start with, I think, simple measures, and then as we keep dialing in with head, then we can start getting into different shaft profiles, weights. Slower swings, usually lighter weight. You're going to see it launch higher. I don't know what you guys are kind of seeing when it comes to that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. I think kind of the easiest thing to do with shafts first would be figure out flex, right? And then within flex, you can get into weight, you can get into kick point, bend profiles. But yeah, I think the easiest thing to do would be probably figure out flex first.
Yeah, you figure out flex, and then obviously when you're looking at shaft, it's a lot of fine tuning, right? Like it's not going to dramatically change ball flights. It can do a lot, and it means a lot, but it's more of kind of that fine tuning. Okay, like let's find the shaft flex, right? What weight? How do they load it? Do we need to go a little bit heavier? Are they more aggressive and kind of their tempo where a heavier shaft might make sense? But yeah, it's a lot of fine tuning. I always look at it like you get the head dialed in first, you look at the shaft, and you can take that like great fit and make it even better, right? Make sure, obviously it's not gonna, hey, if someone's launching it at, 15 degrees and we need to bring that down, that shaft's not gonna make that biggest influence on that. But like, hey, if a couple of 100 RPMs of spin can kind of give you a few extra yards or help you hit a little bit consistent, it can definitely make a big difference there.
Yeah, I think we look at like things that, you torque of the shaft, flex, that's basically the stiffness of the shaft, right? Mm-hmm. So, but then you have different bend profiles too. So if something has a low kick point, a lot of people think, oh, that means it goes low, typically. It's actually it's trying to kick it so it's low and the shaft's going to kick it up. But there's other things to look at as simple as is like we also look at like length of shaft too. Mm-hmm. So, you're trying to improve impact location. I find going shorter, I definitely go with that more than longer. I think most of them are almost at the limit at 46.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely, I look at it as a timing device, right? Like it's what connects you to the club head, right? Without that shaft or without the right shaft, yeah, you can make a good swing and you can time it up and get it right, but that percentage goes down. Like say, for example, you get someone who swings, driver at 120 miles an hour and you give them a senior flex shaft. There's going to be a couple shots in there where they figure it out and time it up right, but it's going to be much harder for them to do that versus if you give them that extra stiff or something a little bit stiffer, just going to give them a better chance to square that club face up, find the center face, and just be a little more consistent in there. And that's kind of finding that, where's that right bend profile? What's the right flex? What's the right weight combination? And a lot of times it's just plugging and playing, right? We're just kind of trying things out. We don't necessarily have a secret formula. Hey, you swing it like this. This is going to be the correct shaft for you. All players react different to different shafts, and it can kind of be, who knows? Sometimes, they might swing it fast, but maybe a little bit lighter kind of times up better for them.
Yeah, I'll play devil's advocate here. I think a lot of people kind of overemphasize the importance of shafts sometimes. Right, the engine of the golf club is not the shaft; that would be the club head. Mm-hmm. The shaft would be more like the steering column, right? And everybody,
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and everybody might be looking for, say, the unicorn of shafts, right? Where I just think sometimes a little bit too much importance is put on what shaft they're looking for.
Yeah, it's part of the equation, right? Like it's trying to help the club head get back to square. So people would say, it's like shaft, am I going to hit it further because of the shaft? Mm-hmm. Well, if you get the right combination, you might hit it further because you're squaring it up better. But the shaft would be more like a directional thing. But yeah, I think it's one of those that we're there in the customer's best interest to get them the best shaft possible in their budget, what they're looking for. So it's a kind of a plug and play where it's like, okay, is this going to work? Is it not? We're there to make any kind of upsells or anything like that. It's at the end of the day, it's what's working for the customer.
Yeah, because they see like what guys on tour play, like, oh, this Ventus shaft, it's got to be good because they're playing, and it might not actually work for the everyday golfer. Maybe the lighter weight kind of stock shaft, like, hey, that actually times up better for your swing, and just more expensive doesn't always mean better in the shaft, right? It's finding the right one, and it's different for every player.
Well, and I think even stock shafts that are offered, majority of them are true aftermarket. It's not, watered down versions to where you don't feel like you're getting your best value. A lot of those shafts are premium shafts. If you were going to go buy it shaft only,
Yeah, you're go
it's
paying
pretty
$250.
expensive. Yeah,
you
they're
know,
very
$200
expensive,
for that shaft.
you know. So it's definitely like I would look at it as that's our starting point, right? And then we can move into some more elaborate stuff if we need to.